What's going on? This is the Pokemon Mans.
What's up to the Pokemon Show? We are here daily.
My name's
with
Darren.
You, making our boys stronger one by one, piece by piece.
I'm Darren.
I'm Charon.
And I'm Bix.
Did you say Bix?
B-I-X. Bix.
Bix?
That's my name. Bixby.
Chris?
Bixby?
Chris,
It's a real name.
Will you do me a quick
not my
favor?
name.
Will you do me a quick favor?
My name's Daniel.
Quick nickname, Chris. Will you do me a favor?
Quick nickname, Chris?
Yeah, that's your weird name.
That's your
nickname.
no nickname.
Yeah.
I wish I was dead.
No.
That's
look
on
up,
you.
Look up.
I don't
Bix.
take that responsibility, Ricky Bobby.
I think
Don't
there's
put
a
that on
Star
me.
Wars character named Bix from the 90s.
I'm pretty sure there is.
yeah, I think you're right.
But
One of our writers has a Star Wars name.
what is it?
It's like Cam Daxley or whatever his name is.
Cam
Cameron.
Daxley?
Well, no, he called himself Cam something. His last name is like Star Warsy, and I'm
Cameron
like,
Daxon.
yeah, it's a Cam Daxon.
Cam Daxon. That's
a Star Wars name.
Well, that sounds like somebody who's trying to like say that Sam Jackson doesn't matter. You're like Sam Jackson, Cam Daxon. Have you seen Go the Fuck to
Cameron's
Sleep?
very
Oh, Sam
talented.
Jackson, Cam
I love that
Daxon.
dude. He's great.
Cameron's great.
Yeah,
Old friend of mine.
He is very talented.
I just met him the other day.
He went to our Scary Game Squad panel.
Watch.
To the one in PAX East.
Oh, did he?
He was there in the front row hanging out.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yes.
You guys were saying something, then I interrupted because I got distracted. You said, "Quick,
You
nickname
said
Chris,
ooh.
do this."
You
and
said ooh.
Quick nickname, Chris, was look up Bix.
Bix. Oh yeah.
See if Bix is a Star Wars character.
I'm looking it up before we do our question. B-I-X.
Bix.
Did you know that Biggs and Wedge are a Star Wars reference?
I really hope I'm not just thinking
Yeah.
of Biggs.
There is Bix, Wikipedia. It's a droid.
Yeah. What is he
From
from?
It's a service droid. It's B-I-X, all capitals.
Yeah.
Bix was a masculine service droid who competed with the Umbo racing team on the Planet Rune's annual Rune Colonial Games.
First appearance? Or appearances, I guess?
Yeah. Not very many. It's like a book.
I want to know if I actually remember this character or if I just guessed that there was a character named Bix.
Biography. It doesn't even say.
Can I see
Appearances,
a picture? Is there a pic?
It's a Star Wars droids, the Rune Games.
Droids?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
wanna
don't
see
think Yeah, I do, because...
He looks like a Transformer.
Yeah, that was not who I was thinking about. That's from, like, the old 80s cartoon droids. That's,
Yeah.
like, not... I think I'm just thinking of Biggs.
Beer Bros homework. Go watch the Oral Knots' video on the
my
Transformers. Oreo Bot. We must save Oreo Bot.
must save Oreo Bot. Fucking Optimus Prime. What is the name of that? I've only ever watched that with you and Jesse.
It was so good. Spine,
Oral Knots?
spine. Oral Knots.
Yeah. Good lord.
Spine.
Chris, what the hell happened?
want to play with your spine.
It's really mean, but really funny.
Chris, what
To who,
happened?
to us?
To Alex.
Great.
Oh no.
I can take it. Don't worry.
It's a question.
I don't have feelings.
Oh, that's not true.
It's not like mean, but it's like, it's funny mean.
Let's hear it.
It's like when I talk to Patrick. That's
I would
how it
love
is.
to hear it.
This is
I got
from,
roasted the other day because someone posted a picture, a Beer Bros picture, and someone was looking at my game collection and said, "I'm cringing so hard at how you stack your games." So I get it.
Yeah. I'm
Just
with
for
you.
existing, I have
yeah,
problems.
I understand.
Can't wait to get
My
to the bottom of
therapist is
this.
going to hear about this on Tuesday.
Listen,
I don't even have a
someone
therapist. We'll see.
like posted on the Beer Bros thing was like, Chris, That's like, get fucked. It's pretty funny. So this is from PTCG Andy.
PTCG Andy. Memorized. Got it.
PTCG Andy,
Yeah.
you are
You want to know his
not.
Twitter handle too?
No, it's fine.
This
I
is
don't,
not
I don't
going to be
actually,
good for you.
I don't
Listeners,
actually.
fine with
I
this.
don't actually care.
What did he say?
Question for Chris.
Great.
Does Persian get crunch? Alex needs to know.
You know what? Everybody always thinks that.
Chris.
Everybody thinks that I don't know, but there's a couple things that I've been doing over and over again that I think some of you guys have not noticed. But I will let you guys. I think there's one more because I only do them as they occur to me. But
Right.
Venonat is one, but you guys kind of figured that one out. Persian doing crunch, I started off doing it on accident, and then I realized that he's never going to learn crunch no matter how many times I ask. So now whenever I think
Is that
about
a meta bit that I just didn't understand?
it's just
Holy
I've been
shit.
I realize there's so many episodes of this, but I ask it a lot. So I hope
We wrote homework. Make a compilation every time Alex asks about Persian and Crunch.
yeah.
It's gonna be like 20
That's
seconds.
so mean.
Yeah, it's not that many, but it is enough. I try and do it whenever I think of it.
That's so funny. I didn't know that was became a meta bit.
It is and it isn't. It's like something that I've noticed that I have started doing. No one else. I don't know. I don't even know if
but
I like just
that
didn't even
brings
pay
up-
attention to it. I was like, oh, well, I'll go to Ball of Peanut, check it out.
That brings up a good point. That Venonat actually.
Oh my-
Yeah, if you think
Jesus
about it,
Christ.
If you look at that, if you pull up the asset,
Chris,
would you just
put them on
quickly
screen right now.
putting that
Put
shit
them
on
on
screen.
would you just throw the
No?
asset
Okay.
up real quick?
Just real quick.
Could you make a new one?
There's something I'm gonna put on there that I did to Ted during Kingdom Hearts.
What was it?
Ted was calling out a bunch of shit, and so after about the third one, I posted.
Oh,
the
when he was on
scene-
mic and he was like, "Chris, do this."
Yeah, I posted the scene from Lord of the Rings where Theoden's like, "You have no power here." It said like "fuck you, Ted" on it.
He's like, "Chris, I don't feel so good." I'm not gonna spoil it, you guys. Don't worry.
Whew. I'm sweating a little bit. That was funny.
Jesus Christ.
This is actually a pretty good question. It's like for everybody. This is from Margui.
Margui.
Marquis?
If you can pronounce this,
Is it Marquis?
It's Marrgyew.
Margai?
Margui.
Margai you?
Margui.
Oh, like Margu? I like Margu.
Yeah, I don't know.
Margu.
Or like Margiu.
Whatever.
Yeah,
that
What's your
person.
favorite moment in Argo? The whole movie. I thought the whole movie is so good.
Honestly, my favorite part is the credits. So that I can see who did such a good job.
and everyone.
Yes.
Ryan Cranston's in that movie.
Oh my
I love
God,
him.
you always forget
Breaking,
about him. You
forget about
always
him.
forget he's in there.
Breaking Bad though.
Oh, so good.
Not as good as Argo,
No,
but close.
no, it's
A
long
close,
though. It's good.
A close third place.
After season 3 starts, oh my God.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
First two are good. It's so sad when that girl dies, but oh my God. Jessica Jones. Oh,
Come on, man.
what the fuck ever, man. How old is Breaking Bad at this point?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jessica Jones. I'm like, she dies in the series?
No, she
I
dies
got
in Breaking
really
Bad.
yeah, she croaked in Breaking
Yeah.
Bad. That's a 25-year-old series.
Yeah, it's been out for 2 decades. At least.
No.
No.
No, it hasn't
3 decades
been.
that movie came out.
No.
Yeah.
It ended in the middle of
Bryan
us starting
Cranston
the show.
started as a young man in that movie.
Tony Soprano dies.
I didn't know that.
He doesn't. He doesn't die.
I was watching The Sopranos.
Tony Soprano doesn't die in The Sopranos.
He does get hepatitis.
I'm not going to tell you the ending of The Sopranos.
Did you know that literally when they were doing their press tour for
Dude, for Avengers?
Avengers
Oh my
months
God.
ago?
Well, wait. We can't talk about this.
Well, no, but we'll just say that. Well, basically, Mark Ruffalo jokingly spoiled the end of Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
shit.
won't get into what he actually said. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I want to know this when we're done recording.
and
He
it
literally
was-
just, it's like very casual, but Don Cheadle is like not okay.
He's like,
Don Cheadle's like, we need to stop this, and he just keeps going, and Don Cheadle just keeps going. I'm out. We need to stop this, and everyone is like, oh, it's a bit, it's a joke because they're
Yeah.
laughing, but it was actually real.
I mean, you would never assume it
well, it's
Unless
at
you've
the
seen
time.
it, yeah.
At the time. But, oh shit, I gotta.
well, it's like when they don't show the script to Spider-Man because he can't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
They won't give him
There
the.
was a clip
the
of
best.
There's a great
there's
super.
a great
yeah.
compilation of every time he tried talking about the movie, and
Benedict Cumberbatch like takes over. Yeah.
he's just like,
okay.
like just like,
He's like, I'll answer this one.
It's okay. Tom
La, la,
Holland
la, la,
is
la, la.
my
Yeah.
boyfriend, so.
What?
New Spider-Man is my boyfriend.
Spider-Man?
No.
I
he's
thought
not.
it was Andrew Garfield, but this one replaced him.
Dude, I
Yeah,
saw
Tom
Andrew
Holland's-
Garfield
Tom
one
Holland's the
time.
best.
He's a beautiful man. You see him do
Very,
Single
very
Ladies?
No, I didn't.
Tom
my
Holland?
God.
Tom Holland's like a theater boy.
No, he does Umbrella. He does the Umbrella. He's like in heels, and it's like really
Oh
arousing
my gosh, I
and
have to
great,
see that.
Arousing.
like titillating.
It's really arousing.
He's really a beautiful
Chris
man.
D'Amelio, 2018.
He's like Ezra Miller. It's like they're my boyfriends.
Ezra Miller is cool too.
Okay, nice Jewish boy. I love him. Okay, so from Margu
Yes,
wants to know
we're never gonna answer these questions.
we are.
for everybody in the room, how do you deal with a bad day at work?
How do I deal with a bad day at work?
Yeah.
I just go home like normal, and then I try and. Okay, in comedy sports, we have a thing that we say when, because improv's a very like self-confidence based activity. The same way that like stand-up comedy is in a lot of ways, where you really like need to be comfortable on the stage to do a good job. And sometimes even if you're really good at it, just eating the wrong thing for dinner, or
sure.
somebody telling you you're an asshole to your face 2 days ago or whatever can fuck up your
For sure.
vibe on stage, and it's really embarrassing to make bad mistakes and you feel like shit, and it's never gonna let you go. But you got to think about it this way: work is not your life. Like, work is your work, and so when you leave work, it's not a lot of the stuff that keeps you down at work doesn't really carry into your private life, and you got to remember
when you go into rehearsal, you just let it go.
Yeah, you just got to leave that shit on the stage. That's what we say at Comedy Sports, and I think that's how you got to do it at work too. Is like even with people who you get mad at during the day, like you guys all live together, for example.
Yeah, me too.
And like I know it gets frustrating to work with each other, but I'm sure that it, when you guys get home, you can still like have a beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that to me, that's the thing that's important, is just to like carry on with your day. Like work is work and life is life, and they're two different things. And it's possible to be happy and also be stressed out at work.
Yeah, I think like for me, honestly, like I can't. The things that made me stressed out at work don't exist anymore.
Right.
So, like the things that gave me like anxiety and like pressure in ways that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Is not there. And so like I very rarely have a day where I'm like, fuck it, like never.
Yeah, but sometimes you just have a bad day at work. Like it's not really like about like somebody
it's
doing
never about
something.
the work. It's about maybe like someone says something like, oh, this is a thing, or like
it's not really about somebody like abusing you at work. It's about like just some like sometimes you get out of the fucking bed on the wrong side.
It's true, and you're just having a shitty day.
Yeah, you just got to leave that shit at work and then come home and like be like, you know what? Nothing is different about my house today.
That's exactly it. Like I don't ever like if I like for any time I've had a bad day. Like this is like a weird thing to admit, but like every now and then, like I don't smoke anymore, but I used to.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'm like, I'm just gonna have a fucking cigarette. I don't give a shit. Like,
right.
Just like chill out, have a beer, and be like,
should I give Alakazam a different move?
Give him Crunch.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that, because the reason that I ask is because
oh man, that was good.
the reason it's funny that you say that, because the reason that I ask is because in this game, Dark actually is a special attack.
Yeah.
And Ghost is not.
Ghost is physical.
So I'm just trying to think of
I'm
something.
not gonna learn Dragon Rage.
Like
for
maybe I should
Charizard.
teach.
No.
Maybe I should teach Alakazam Blizzard.
That could be tight. Or like Solar Beam.
Maybe I should teach it Solar Beam. Well, no, because Solar Beam is the charge turn.
Well, Fire Blast.
Fire Blast, but I already have. Do I have Fire?
You have your
Ninetales.
Oh yeah, I have
Ninetales.
Ninetales.
If you can learn Blizzard, that'd be tight. I don't
Blizzard.
think it can.
I think it can.
Let's try it out. Jordan, how do you deal with a bad day? Like, what do you do? How do you unwind?
No, it can't. But Clefable can, just for the record.
The unfortunate thing is, not to get too dark, but for me, work is escape from my personal life, I guess, and as vice versa. And my personal life at home has never been one that I've been happy or proud of, and one that like I have great moments with my family, but there's a lot of selfishness and dubiousness amongst my immediate family members, and therapists will tell me years later on it's because of my mom's illness, of course, but it's one of those things where I've always viewed work and school as like a really fun extracurricular activity. The bad days at work are almost non-existent. I think what it comes from the bad days is realizing that you don't have a place to go when it is bad. Which is why, me recently finally buying a house has been a huge thing for me, because it's like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, now I do have a place to escape and decompress and like be myself. Whereas before it just was like, if I had a bad day at work, I would just drive around in my car, or I would go to the game store, or I would go get lunch by myself, or just something to separate the time at work with a different thing to do. What about you, Kelly? Because Kelly, you
have a job that is like genuinely like by default can make you sad.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, just as you said, Gerard, I don't know if I want to like make it dark, but it's pretty dark when it's dark. But if
just so you guys don't know, Kels is a vet like nurse.
I'm an RVT, which is a registered veterinary technician, and I work in a specialty emergency hospital in the surgery department. So most of my day is monitoring surgery and like making sure that the dogs and the cats and whatever else are like appropriately anesthetized during their surgeries, no matter what that surgery might be. So as you can imagine, there are some good days and there's some really bad days, and I think like dealing. Well, first of all, the best way to deal with a bad day is to not keep it inside. I think it's really important to like tell somebody about it, like, and talk about it. Like, you don't have to like you don't have to like wallow in your self-pity, but like, you know, like when you're home, like either write it down or like go to like a friend's house and like say it over a beer or something like that, because like it really does help to like just like talk about it, because then you can kind of like feel like you put it behind you, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, there's also like the other side of the coin. The other part of bad days is people that don't understand. Like, you know, I think the veterinary field is a very misunderstood field, because people, you know, people don't know, like, is it like human medicine? Is it not? What's the deal with insurance or not having insurance? Why are things so expensive? Why is everything so different? Like, but there are huge differences, and so a lot of people don't understand, and so you get a lot of pushback and a lot of anger because of that misunderstanding. And that honestly might be the worst part of it, and the saddest part of it for me is because, like, you know, you just want to help, but you know, you're limited in what you can do sometimes.
Well, it's like one thing to be a human, right, and have health insurance because the severity is so much more important.
You literally have to, or you get in trouble.
Right. Whereas, like,
actually not anymore, but for a while, yes.
Right, but like when it comes to an animal, I feel like it's much more important to most people because it's a personal affair of like, this is my emotional crutch that lets me live my life.
Right.
And you're telling me that you're not going to fix it because I don't have the proper insurance plan or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's got to be rough.
Yeah. And then of course there are people that like could, I don't know. It's just there's like a lot of misunderstanding there, and so that can be sometimes heartbreaking. But I guess like at the end of the day, the thing that I think is cool about my job specifically is that we all know each other enough to know that some days are going to be really bad, and so for that reason we're kind of there and in it together, and we like talk to each other and make sure like we're cool, or like, do you need a second, you know, to like go somewhere, and so I think that's like a really cool kind of sense of community among probably any hospital setting, but yeah, I guess like my main answer would be like, talk about it, make sure that like you come to terms with it, don't keep it inside and let it destroy you. Like, you know, just bad days in general, whether it's, as you know, there are varying degrees, but like I think all emotions of that nature are valid. And so, you know, whether you work at a very high stress job at like a hospital or like a lower stress, I don't know, I'm sure there's stress everywhere, so like just yeah, don't keep it in.
Yeah, there's you know, one of the things that I don't miss about working at Best Buy was you get this customer who would be so angry. Like I always called them dad customers because to me they were my dad, and they would come in, and the yelling and screaming that you'd be receiving as a retail-y employee is not the same as one that you'd receive from a family member or even a friend.
They don't care about you.
They don't care about you. You're a punching bag. And my dad, my whole life, has been a very loud yeller, and so he's always. I have a pretty high tolerance for when people get upset with me or get angry and yell at me, and I'll never forget it. I think I told this story on Beer Bros a long time ago, but one time I was at Best Buy in my outfit, and no one knows what my dad looked like, and I was helping my dad buy a bunch of iPads for his business, and I got yelled at by a guy whose son, I think he like fried his Xbox 360, and he tried to blame me for not selling him the warranty, even though I did, and he didn't look at his receipt, and he was like making me the butt of his problem, and I had this moment of like, I just want to go in on this guy. Like, I need to get it off my chest, like you said, and like tell someone how I feel. But I can't do it to a guy that's right there. And I'll never forget it. Like, the next thing I know, my dad like gets involved and starts yelling at the guy. And the guy like gets in a shouting match with my dad. And my dad was trying so hard to be like, you don't talk to my son that way. But because he wanted to like stand the ground of like, you can't yell at this guy. And eventually the manager comes over, and because I had this receipt in my hand, the guy just wasn't listening to me. He can go get a brand new Xbox right now, but he just it didn't satiate. He wanted to yell. And so when it was all said and done, he just started yelling, and I sat there. It was a beat in the conversation, and I go, "Sir, I sold you an insurance plan. You're gonna get a new Xbox." And there's just a beat, And he was like, I didn't realize that. And I was like, I tried telling you that, but you made your problems all about me. And now you got this guy yelling at you. And just like the whole room just like it was like a
therapy session with a man.
Something just everyone in the room was like and then he got his Xbox. I sold my dad his iPads, and then I like went outside and had lunch. Like I needed to, like it was so weird because you never. That's the thing. You never know what's going on in the other person's mind. You never know what their day is like.
Right. Are you done?
I just finished.
Holy shit. Perfect timing.
But
yeah, I'm not even close to done, but I think
you get there, baby. I think the Elite Four is going to be a fun challenge.
You think we're going to get bopped?
Not bopped. I think it's going to be harder than we think.
Nah, you'll be fine.
At this point, I don't think so. We have all my teams at the
we'll see
the right level. We're gonna gain levels on the way through the Elite Four.
Yeah. How much? Do me a favor. Check how much money you have, because I think you should buy.
I have a lot at this point.
And give it to instead of get rid of Shockwave, give Dragonite Thunderbolt.
How much more damage is it?
I think 30? It's like 10.
If it's 10 damage, it's not.
But I think Thunderbolt is 90, and I think Shockwave is 70.
Dragonite is
157,000.
What ability does Dragonite have?
What?
What ability does it have?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is it like the crit one? Or like high something? I forget.
Let's see what it is. Gentle?
Oh
no,
shit,
no.
Sorry.
Okay, keep scroll over.
Inner focus, so it can't flinch. Okay, so
prevents flinching.
I mean, honestly, 185 attack, like electric is
Shockwave,
special.
Thunderwave, Outrage, and Iron Tail. My current skill sets.
You should be fine.
I think you're good. With that set. I mean, you could give it anything really. You could give it any other move, and it would be fine.
Yeah.
But I think those are good moves for this.
Yeah.
I think the only person I'm not happy with move wise might be Vileplume.
Let's see the moves.
Vileplume's got some stacks.
Acid, Giga Drain is like, and Pedal Dance is like already like the same attack twice, and Giga Drain's gonna heal you. You're doing exactly what you need to do. If you had some type of really good attacking poison move, that would be better, but you don't get it till later.
Yeah, you won't get Sludge Bomb for a while.
I think like Pedal Dance and Giga Drain alone, plus Toxic is gonna be huge for you.
Maybe, I think...
Vileplume's gonna be your buster against Bruno, because he can't touch you. Same with... well, I guess you have a lot of options against Bruno.
Yeah, I think I'm
Bruno's
good.
fighting in ground?
Fighting in rock. He's got Onyx.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you should. I need to go to the name changes.
Can I see your levels, Alex?
Everybody's 55 except for this guy right here.
Who's pretty close.
And
name changer is where?
Clefable's 50.
Lavender Town.
Clefable still hasn't been done, but that's just because I was moving around.
Clefable will be fast.
I'm not worried. Like, you know, if he goes and does the Elite Four and then he does that and then I do it after.
Well, then he can maybe go to the Seven Islands while you're doing all that.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
We got stuff. Let's do the Rapipu.
Okay.
Is this the area where I do it?
It's a different house.
It's the one next door. Do you want to do this right now?
Yeah,
or
let's do it real quick.
Yeah, let's end it. Let's end it on a high note.
On the Busta Rhymes.
I feel like you're on a very high note. I feel like this is a good episode ending, period. Like, we're doing great. It's up. It's up. Sorry.
Up?
I thought it was that one.
The music is so unsettling.
Oh, it's this guy?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
yo.
Okay. I always get confused in Lavender Town. I always think every house is the fan house. Does this not hurt you? No, it does. Tight. This whole time I thought it did.
Chris, play the music the whole time.
The Busta Rhymes music?
Yeah.
I can do it.
Dude, this is history being made right here. Look at this. Uh-oh.
You might have to spell rhyme a different way.
No, no, you don't. It's actually perfect. Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Bust a rhyme,
dude.
He's gonna be a big-time buster.
Yeah.
That's that.
Hell yeah. Guys, next time on Beer Bros, I'm going to fight the Elite Four while Alex is still training.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take notes.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Let's get in there.
Bye.
Yo, welcome back.
Lie to your parents.
It's a big guy. You fucking fish. There has to be something for people to enjoy while we're doing this bullshit. What is it? Real Sean Bean Dye. I'm Gerard. And I'm Alex. Through his chest like Kong Skull Island. Triple lips. I want some pizza. I don't give a shit.
See you guys later.